everybody, welcome back to my channel. Your girl Brittany here. I am presenting you a video on how you can save money with shipping out Happy Mail, and not only that, how you can do this without leaving the comfort of your own home. So I have displayed this video a couple times in the Facebook group Coffee, Cake, and Crafting. I had put it in during the swaps that I was hosting, but sometimes those videos don't always stay, and then I get people who ask me the questions again and I have to make a whole new video. So might as well just go ahead and make a YouTube video so you guys can always be able to find it. Now I know a while back that Tony, who is Craftpurge, did a video about how to ship through PayPal, and you can go ahead and have a discount with that. I'm going to show you some other alternatives as well, and not only that, how you can go ahead and do it from home. So you don't need a fancy, post office scale that they try to get you to buy, which costs you like bukus of dollars, and it's like 30 some bucks plus or whatever. Like, you don't need to use that. You can use a regular old kitchen scale, but I would advise to make sure that you follow the ratings and make sure that it is a good quality one. Now this one, I think it cost me like maybe 11 bucks or so, and I got it from Walmart. So I did not spend a lot of money, and I saved a lot of money without getting one of those big expensive ones. And you want to make sure that your units of measure at least measures it out in ounces. Now when you mail something first class, it cannot be more than 16 ounces, aka a pound. And so if you are gonna mail something that's over a pound, you might as well do a flat rate box, because not only will you save money that way, you can also stuff a whole lot more in there. But like I said, you can go ahead and use your kitchen scale to go ahead and do like your first class shipping. Again, if you're using priority flat mail, you don't need to weigh it. You don't have to worry about it. Again, I mean, they do have the requirements that it can't be more than 70 pounds, but us in the paper crafting community, like, really, how much are we sending that is over 70 pounds? Like, let's be honest. But anyways, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna turn my little fun scale. If I can find the link to this one, I will go ahead and link that down below. I also have additional information in the description box of the sites that I use and mention in this video as well. So I have it turned on. It's already zeroed out, so you want to make sure that that is zeroed out as well. Now I just grabbed something random. I just grabbed this thing of yarn or trim, and so say this is what you want to ship. So what you want to do is just place it on your scale and see how much it weighs. Right now it weighs 1.55 ounce. Through the mailing system, it has to be a whole number, and you cannot round down. So even if it had said 1.32, I'm not going to round it down to 1, because at the postal office, they're going to automatically round it up to a whole number anyway. So you're going to round it to 2 ounces. Now, but this is just the item by itself. You have to factor in your packaging. And we do like to decorate our boxes. We like to add stuffing and crinkle in there and everything. So my suggestion is, when you are going to weigh your item, make sure that you already have everything kind of intact. So if you're going to add some additional stuffing in there, or everything that you're going to be adding into your packaging, you have to factor in the tape, because I mean, it may sound funny, but that tape adds weight to it. So I'm going to use this box here as an example, and so I'm going to stuff it in there, and now I'm going to weigh it, and it jumps up to 3.15. Now with that in mind, when you have something that is not that you don't have to worry about it being damaged, like if you're using a padded envelope, a poly mailer, or anything like that, something where you're not worried about it destroying its shape or anything. So in any other case, something like this trim, I wouldn't even use a box for. I would just go ahead and use a poly mailer. But otherwise, if it's something like, if it's kind of something that you want to make sure that doesn't get too damaged, you could use a bubble mailer, or if it's something that you want to maintain its shape. Like here's an example of one of the shoes that I made. I would hate for this to get destroyed in the mail by using a bubble mailer or even a poly mailer. So this is something that I would put in a box. But otherwise, something like this, I would just put in a regular poly mailer, and this is what a poly mailer is. And go ahead and put that in. So now when I weigh it, oops, make sure it's zeroed out. Come on. There we go. Now when I weigh it, 1.75. So you see the difference between putting it in a mailer and then putting it in a box. So use your best judgment. If you don't want your project that you're sending to someone as far as Happy Mail to get destroyed, or if you think that it will get ruined through the mail system, then go ahead and use a box, put your stuffing in it or what have you. But otherwise, if it's something just simple, especially if it's like flat mail or anything like that, you can go ahead and just use a poly mailer or a bubble envelope. Now, if I were to use a bubble mailer, this would probably be rounded up to 3 ounces, because that the bubbles, the little popping bubbles, that adds weight to it. So that already has additional weight added to that. So use your best judgment when you're doing that. So again, saying this was 1.75, so I'm going to round up to 2 ounces. Remember, it has to be a whole number and you have to round up. If your item is an even number, completely like flat out like this, if this had said 2 ounces, I would still round it up to 3 ounces, because you still have to factor in the tape that you're going to add. Now this already has that adhesive, but not everything does. So you have to factor in the tape that you're going to add. You're going to have to factor in the stuffing. Like I didn't add stuffing to this, but if I wanted to, I need to factor that in. And then not only that, you have to factor in your label. I know it sounds really, really silly. Like those things don't weigh like nothing, like anything, but it does show up. So if I were to add a label to this, say this had came out to 2 ounces even, and if I were to add a label to it, it would go to like 2.05. So you need to factor that in. So even if it comes out as an even number, still factor in an additional ounce. Otherwise, you may suffer with having your mail being sent back to you. So with that in mind, like I said, I'm going to use it as a 2 ounce item. So I'm going to go ahead and put the scale away. So the next thing is your shipping process. So yes, USPS.com does have click and ship. And with click and ship, you can go ahead and do the whole weighing of your item and enter in the dimensions and the weights of it. And they also have your priority mail options. But that is at their post office rates. I'm going to show you how to save money. So using a source like PayPal.com, I'm going to actually show you 2 sources. So the first one I'm going to show you is PayPal.com. It's actually PayPal.com/shipnow. Again, I will have that information down below in the description box. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go to the site and you are going to enter in your information. If you already have a PayPal account, this is not going to let you do it unless you already have a PayPal account set up with your bank information and everything. You don't have to have any mail under your PayPal, or not mail. You don't have to have any money under your PayPal account because it automatically transfers out of your bank account. But you do have to have a PayPal account. So it doesn't matter if you have money on it or not, because it'll just go ahead and transfer it anyway. So after you enter that in, the first screen that's going to pop up, I had already entered in my information. The first screen is going to pop up is that who are you sending it to? So actually, you know what? Let me go ahead and start this part over so that way you... So this is the first thing that pops up is your ship to address. Who are you shipping it to? So you're going to enter in your person's information. So you're going to enter in their name, and I'm going to enter my name, my information as default, and you need your city, your state, which is Maryland, and your zip code. You don't have to add an email in there. I mean, if you want to, the recipient's email, that is perfectly fine, but you don't have to. That is not a requirement. So now we have your information in. So you have who you're shipping it from, and then who you're shipping it to. And then you want your shipping information. So who is your carrier? Not only does it give you the option for USPS, it also gives you the option for UPS. I don't send things through UPS, so I never use it. I'm just going to show you guys how to do USPS. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Now your service type, it always automatically pops up priority mail. So if you're sending first class, which this is under £1, so I'm going to ship it first class. I'm going to hit my service type option, and I'm going to hit first class mail, parcel service, 2 to 5 days. And then the package type, it has your 2 options. It has large package, and then it has the package/thick envelope. This is considered a package/thick envelope. If I were to have mailed it in the box, I would still put it as package/thick envelope. So I'm going to hit that, and then I'm going to enter in my package weight, which is 2 ounces. And then it already automatically comes with USPS tracking, so you don't have to pay extra for that. The only times you would have to pay extra for that is if you're doing, like, I think probably just a non, I quite honestly, I'm not sure which one that would be for, but maybe under UPS, maybe. But anyways, so I put it in my package weight, which is 2 ounces, and then I'm going to calculate shipping costs. And so my shipping cost would be $2.74. And then if you're good with that, you hit confirm and pay. The next menu will come up for you to print your label, and then it's going to print it out. You cut where it tells you to cut, you add it on, and you are good to go. So now, and that is through paypal.com. Now I'm going to show you guys another alternative to doing your shipping. Our next alternative is pirateship.com. Again, information will be down below in the description box. With this site, it will give you the same amount that it would have cost you to ship through PayPal. It'll give you the same amount here. The difference with this one is that you don't need to have a special account for it. So like with the PayPal, you had to have a PayPal account. This one you don't. So you do have to register your information in the system, just like with a lot of things you have to be registered for. It is free registration, but this can come directly out of your bank account. So you would still do the same thing. You would add your recipient's information. So I'm going to add my info. And then when you use the site enough times, or like if you like ship to the same person enough times, it'll automatically have that recorded. So if you are sending to Susie and you sent to Susie before and you used Pirate Ship, once you start typing in Susie's name, her information will automatically pop up. So you don't have to go through entering in the address and all that over and over again. You only have to enter in your shipping information. So now I'm going to put the rest of my stuff in here. Now P.O. boxes, you do have to go through and put that in each time. All right, so now I have that information. Again, phone number, email, and all that stuff is optional. It is not required. So it has your information on where you're shipping from, and then your types of packaging. And now you have your envelope, padded envelope, box, and then you also have your priority services. Now, I am using the envelope. And now with this one, the only thing that's a pain in the butt is that you do have to add the dimensions. It honestly doesn't matter too much, but it's going to ask you that all the time. And so I'm just going to say that my package is 9 by 6, I believe, 9 by 5. And then my package weight is 2 ounces. And then if you have hazardous material or custom forms, I'm going to get my rates. And again, $2.74. If I had did this through the post office, and it tells you how much you saved too. So if I had went to the post office and did this, it would have cost me $3.80. And it gives you the shipping date and everything like that. So you can go ahead and purchase your label. And again, it's going to come up with the additional menu option for to download your label, print it out, and so on and so forth. Now I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. Now, when you are doing, now I forgot to show this with the PayPal, so I'm going to go ahead and show it here on Pirate Ship. It'll be the exact same thing, so don't worry about it. So I'm going to go ahead and I got to enter my information. Oops. Enter my information again. Alright, so because I did it once, it had already had my information saved in, so all I did was press on that button and boom, there we go. Now, through the postal service, like the flat rate boxes, what is a padded envelope, like $8.40, $8.50 or something like that? See, that goes to show you that I don't use it because I don't even remember how much it costs. You know, a small flat rate box is like almost $9. A medium flat rate box is like 18 something, isn't it? And then a large flat rate box is like $22 or something. I don't know because I don't use it. So like I said, it gives you the flat rate box options. So you have your priority small flat rates, you have your medium, you have your large, you have the flat rate envelope, the legal flat rate, priority mail padded envelope, regional A rate box, regional B, priority mail express, and so on and so forth. So say that I'm going to use a padded envelope. Where are you? So priority mail padded envelope. Now the only thing that's also another pain in the butt about Pirate Ship is that it does ask you for the package weight again. Normally that still doesn't matter. PayPal, it doesn't ask for that information, but it's going to ask you here and you have to put it in, or it's not going to let you carry on to the next menu. So I'm just going to put 2 ounces and then I'm going to get my rates. $7.75. And okay, so it's originally $8.40. So if you were to either if you did click and ship online or if you had went to the post office yourself, it would have costed you $8.40. Doing it through Pirate Ship or even PayPal, it'll cost you $7.75. Again, I forgot to show you this on PayPal, but the price will be the exact same thing. The only difference again is that you have to have a PayPal account in order to use the PayPal shipping. And then again, you would buy your label, slap it onto your box or packaging, boom, you are done. So that is how you can save money with shipping Happy Mail. Now, if you're doing flat mail, you have to be very careful because with flat mail, or like mailing a letter or anything like that, it cannot be more than 1/4 inch thick. And the reasoning for, that they have special machines where it has to be able to slide through their machine. And so obviously if it's not going to slide through, it's too thick. Now if you have something that's cushiony, like, you know, if you have put it like in a plastic bag, you know how sometimes it builds up air, but if it can flatten and still go through the machine, then you're legit. But it has to be able to go through their machine. So that's why it cannot be more than 1/4 inch thick. So you can still send dimensional cards. You can do like the flat mail envelopes. A lot of international shipping is done this way because it is a lot cheaper, and you just want to make sure that if it cannot be more than 1/4 inch thick. If you feel that it is too thick, or if you do bring it to the post office and they tell you it's too thick, they're going to consider it as a parcel, in which you will be paying more money to send it off. So anyways, besides that, now the next thing is, Brittanee, you said I can go ahead and do this from home and I ain't got to go to the post office? What? Yes, girl, you can go ahead and do that. Now, there are 1 or 2 ways you can do this, and you have to figure out if the area that you live in has the ability to do this. You can do either schedule a pickup, or like where I live, I can go ahead and put my stuff, as long as I have my shipping label, my paid for shipping label already in there, on my package and I put it in my mailbox, they will pick it up, they'll scan it right then and there and put it with their stuff. So it all depends. Like now, if like when I host group swaps and I have to mail out like, 15, 16 different packages, I do schedule a pickup. So then my postal person knows that they're going to come to my house. They're going to be picking up 16 packages, and I'm also going to let them know where to pick it up from. So if it's going to be inside my mailbox, if it's going to be at my front doorstep, or what have you. So you do have the ability to do that, and I'm going to show you how. So you're going to go to USPS.com. So another thing with this too, it's free to register, but I believe it only works if you are registered. I'm not for sure, but I already do register, or my information is already through USPS. So you got to make sure that you have that ability to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to sign in really quick. All right. So now that I'm signed in, I'm going to hit mail and ship. Now, when you're doing this through your phone, the app looks a little bit different, but the places I'm going to tell you to go to will still be the same. So when I hit mail and ship, I'm going to hit schedule. It's going to ask you, where should we pick up your packages? And okay, so yeah, now I remember now. You don't have to have your information registered in to use the schedule a pickup. You don't have to. So I couldn't remember, but now that I'm in here, now I remember that you don't have to have it. So you just need to let them know where you're picking it up at. If you're afraid, if you're going to work but you need them to pick up a package and you're afraid to leave it there and nobody else is going to be home, then you can go ahead and have them pick it up from your place of work. Or, if it's being picked up at a friend's house or from your neighbor's house or something like that, you just need to let them know where you're picking the package up from. So I went ahead and I hit check availability, and it's like, where will you leave your packages? So you have in or at your mailbox, on the porch, front door, back door, side door. Just knock on the door or ring the doorbell. It'll be in the mail room, it'll be in the office, reception, or any other areas that is not on this list. So you just have to tell them. And like I said, the only time I usually schedule a pickup, me personally, the only time I only schedule a pickup is if I have numerous amount of items for them to pick up and it can't fit into my mailbox. So that's the only reason why I'll do that. So I'll hit on the porch, and then when should we schedule your pickup? So there are two options. They can either pick up your item during the time that they drop off your mail, which is free. But if you want them to come, like say your mail doesn't come until 3 p.m., but you know that they ship out packages at 10 a.m. and so you want them to come pick it up at 8 a.m., you can schedule a pickup time, but it costs extra. It costs you $24. Negative. So I always pick up during regular mail day. You cannot do this the day of. You have to schedule this out the day before or further down the line. So if you want it picked up on Saturday, so today is Thursday. So if you want it picked up on Saturday, you can choose for Saturday. But I can't choose for them to pick it up today. It's too late. They need a little bit more notice if you're scheduling a pickup. So I'm going to hit Friday the 8th. Of course, you can see that the gray boxes are days that they will not pick up. That means Sunday, which mail doesn't run on Sundays, and then on holidays. So I selected the 8th, which will be tomorrow. And then they want to know, how many packages are we picking up? So they want to know, are we picking up priority mail, express, priority mail, first class, or anything like that? Because they need to know what they're looking for. Don't say that you're picking up priority, they're picking up priority mail, but really it's first class, and then they think, okay, so where's the priority mail at? So you need to let them know what they're picking up. So I'm just going to say that, I'm going to say there's 10 pieces of priority mail. So if I had 10 flat rate padded envelopes, that's what I would put in. And then, so your total number of items are 10. Estimate the total weight. This, again, like it just said, estimate it. So I'm just going to say that it's 3 pounds. and then it says, I have read, understand, and agreed to the terms and conditions. Then you hit the check yes, hit schedule a pickup, and then it's going to give you a rundown of all the information you had already put in. And it does send you an email to remind you that, hey, you do have a scheduled pickup for your mail. And so if you have to make any changes, it'll let you know what time that you need to adjust, or it'll let you know what time is your last time to make any adjustments. So I had initially put that there's a total of 10 items, and then all of a sudden I realized I forgot one, and there was actually 11. I go to that email link that they had emailed me, and then I just adjusted to 11 instead of 10. So that is how you can schedule a pickup. Now again, you don't always have to schedule, but it does depend on where you live, because there are some areas where they actually either want you to schedule a pickup or they don't allow scheduled pickups. But for my area, from where I live, from my location, all I have to do is put my stuff near my mailbox, or like say I'm mailing a box, obviously medium flat rate box, obviously that's not going to fit inside my mailbox, but if I put it in front of my mailbox and I raise my flag, they'll know that, okay, I'm picking up this box right here and, shipping it out. Or if I have it inside the mailbox, with my flag raised up, they'll go ahead and grab the mail, scan it, and put it in with their stuff in their truck. So make sure you double check, because sometimes, especially if it's your first time doing it, I would say schedule a pickup, because my very first time doing it, they left me a letter in my mailbox that actually stated that you don't have to schedule a pickup. Just put it in your mailbox, and it'll let us know that we're, when we drop off your mail, that you're trying to send this mail out. So I advise that you schedule a pickup first to see if they give you that letter, to give you that option, because otherwise I would hate for you to just go ahead and put it in your mailbox and hope for the best, and then they don't pick your stuff up. So I hope that is of help, guys. If you have further question, by all means, leave me a comment down below in the description box, and I will get to you as soon as possible. I hope that this will help save you money. This will give you more willingness to want to send Happy Mail to your friends and say, hey girl, how you doing? And I hope to, like those who have to deal with the long waits at the post office, or they've been wanting to send Happy Mail, but the post office is just crazy, or they just don't want to leave the house because of the current situation, you now have the opportunity to go ahead and do this option, and without having to leave your home. So again, guys, if you have any questions, let me know down below in the description box, and I will just see you in the next video. Hope this was of help to you. Until next time, guys. Bye.